wanna know how I got these scars?
Prepare yourself, dancing.
If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. These are today's hashtag end of video squad winners. If you would like to join them, make sure to watch till the very end of this video. Drop your comment with the hashtag end of video squad for a chance to be featured in my next video. Real quick, I just wanted to give you guys some love. Thank you so much for being here, supporting the channel, helping me out, making us grow, making our community grow, and giving us a wide voice, a big voice across this entire website. You guys are awesome and I love you guys. Let's get to the video. A little bit ago, I made a video talking about how Paragus lost his eye, and in that video, I told you guys that there is a situation between Broly and his best friend on the planet that led to that unfortunate turn of events, and I am gonna have a link to that video in the description below and the top comment for those of you guys who missed it. But today we're gonna be focusing on Broly. Broly has some wounds from planet Vampa as well in the form of scars. He's got several scars on him. The most visually striking one is the one on his chest. Images of Broly first dropped. Everybody was theorizing as to what the scar on Broly's chest was, and the conclusion was that it must be a nod to Dragon Ball Z's legendary Broly movie, where Goku takes the ki from the rest of the Z fighters and punches Broly right in the chest, making him implode. And to me at the time, that seemed like a plausible answer. But now looking deeper and deeper into it and Broly's mysterious time on planet Vampa, there is a completely different explanation that is out there, and it has to do with the planet itself. Now, if we look at planet Vampa isn't really a planet at all. It's a planetoid similar to Pluto. Now, the information that I'm getting here for the planet, for the creatures on the planet, they're all coming from Dragon Ball Super's wiki. Now, the wiki can be unreliable, but a lot of the stuff on here seems like something that would actually make sense, but I still would take it with a grain of salt. It's still interesting to note what the wiki has to say about the planet and its life forms, because we really don't get that much explanation or any explanation in Dragon Ball Super at all for this. So here's something interesting. The trivia on the Dragon Ball Wiki says the name Vampa is derived from the term vampire, and that is because of the blood-sucking leeches, the beetles that are on the planet. They are sucking the blood from the Vampa beasts, and that is sort of the symbiosis, the ecosystem that they have going on there, where the beetles drain the Vampas of blood, and the Vampa beasts end up eating the beetles. Now, the Vampa beasts and the Vampa beetles are the only two life forms besides Broly and Paragus that we see on planet Vampa. There are no other creatures, so Broly's scars had to have come from one of these two animals. Now, if we look at the Vampa beasts, this one could be plausible because of the fact that Broly had a pet named Ba that he used to train with. Now, the wiki says that these are extremely powerful life forms and easily kill Vampa beetles. Now, Broly's childhood friend was so powerful and strong that Broly ended up training with him. He was just evading him and learning how to dodge and fight using Ba as a training partner. Now, the Vampa beasts are weak enough to get damaged by the laser gun, the ray gun that Paragus had. Obviously, he shot off Ba's ear. But here is something interesting that I never even really thought of, like at all. But the wiki kind of brings this up, and it's weird how this is such a lost fact. But Broly uses the ear from Ba as a reminder of their friendship, but he wears it constantly. He wears it to the point where he doesn't want anybody else touching it. It triggers him. Here's where things get interesting. The ear is strong enough where it survived the battle for Earth. It survived the entire event of Dragon Ball Super Broly, but Broly's armor did not survive. Broly's armor was broken apart. So what the wiki says is that the ear survived the battle on Earth, providing to be more durable than the latest model Frieza Force battle armor that Broly wore. Broly had the latest armor, and that was blown apart, but the ear remained. Now, that could be a testament as to how strong the pelt is for the Vampa Beast, or that could just be the fact that they didn't want to remove the ear because it's so important to Broly. Unfortunately, I do not think that the Vampa Beast was the one that made the scars on Broly, mainly due to the fact that Broly was training with one of the most powerful Vampa Beasts and he was dodging him. The Vampa Beast never got him, and there was no reason for Broly to attack the Vampa Beast because Broly wasn't eating the Vampa Beast. Broly was eating the beetles along with Paragus. And that's when we get to the Vampa beetles, and the wiki says they're also known as Goliamites or large mites. Now, we already knew that these things were tough just from watching the movie, but here's what the wiki says about their power. These creatures are very powerful life forms, as Paragus states that a power level of 920 would not be enough to beat one. Paragus, whose power level was 4,200, was too intimidated to fight one and chose to call Broly instead. However, they were defeated by the young Grade A Broly, whose power level could go from 9,200 to 100,000. Now, what that is referencing is at the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super Broly, when Paragus lands on planet Vampa and they find Broly, they find a bunch of these beetles like dead. And then Broly is in the middle of eating one. Paragus states that Broly must have seen the moon and transformed to a great ape. So young Broly as an Ozaru was able to kill these things, but the interesting part is when Lemmo and Chilai come and Paragus is there talking to them, and the beasts, the mites, they come over the hill. The first thing that Paragus does is he calls for Broly, even though he technically could possibly kill these things, but instead he calls his son. And even in the actual shot, he looks like he's stressed out. He looks like he doesn't want to fight these things. So it seems that Broly is the one that is killing them. So these creatures are exceptionally strong for the planet, meaning that if any of these characters would have fought one of the Vampa beasts, then yeah, they may be at a disadvantage depending on how weak they are or how strong they were. But we are now narrowing the field as to who gave Broly his scars, because the Vampa beetles are the most likely subject. They are the ones that Broly and Paragus have been surviving off of. They are the ones that attack Broly and Paragus without even any hesitation. They attack them with what the wiki calls tickle needle. Now, the wiki says that this name for the tongue that the Vampa beetles have is in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I don't recall this card at all or any reference to the beetles. So for those of you guys who played Dokkan Battle, let me know in the comment section below if this is accurate, but these things are extremely hostile, and since they are the primary food source for Broly and Paragus, it makes sense for them to be the ones that ended up hurting Broly. And since Broly is more than likely the main one hunting these things down for Paragus, because Paragus doesn't seem to be wanting to get his hands dirty, well, Broly probably accrued these scars from these beetles. And if you look at the beetles' hands, they are perfect matches to the scars that Broly has. And so the Vampa beetles are guilty, case closed. Anyway, if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you guys so much for the channel's growth, and we've gotten the retention rate on these videos to about 5 minutes, which is mind-blowing from where it used to be before we had the hashtag End of Video Squad initiative. So that's all you guys. You guys did this. You guys make it happen. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Don't forget to drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today I'm going to be responding to Dark Tiger Shark Max. She definitely has Mary Sue traits, but she isn't a full Mary Sue despite her annoying power and character. And he's talking about Majin Bra from Dragon Ball Multiverse. Okay, so the only characteristic that I see, the only Mary Sue characteristic that I see is the fact that, yeah, as a child, her power is explosive and she's extremely dangerous because of that power, and she is fighting characters like Gotenks and kind of giving them a run for their money. So that is really the only Mary Sue trait because she is so strong on the onset, but I think as she's gone on through the entirety of Dragon Ball Multiverse, she's shown that she has earned the power that she has. And even though she has given up her morality, whether it be conscious or subconscious, to get the Majin power, she has basically owned it. And yes, she does have a lot of annoying character traits with her character as well, because she isn't meant to be likable. She is supposed to be unlikable. That is how they have written her from the very beginning, and that is what makes her so infuriating to a lot of people right now, when she's just murking Gohans and Piccolos left and right. But thank you so much for your comment and your point of view. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.